Mas onde foi e como foi a primeira noite de amor de vocês?
Calma nada.
Amiga, nós não tivemos ainda.
15 anos, né? Na começa até hoje. Namorei com brasileira. Menti porque ela tá aqui. Normalmente chega no Brasil, já tô na cama da primeira noite com a pessoa, pá.
Let's just run through this real quick, okay? The perks of having subtitles. First and foremost, I want to know, why did the French feel the need to ask about them having intimacy in the first place? I found that rather strange. But guess what? She said calm down. But Brian now, he responded by saying, not calm down, answer it. Of course you wanted to answer the question because you're trying to, not necessarily instigate, but you're trying to find a way that you can, obviously get into her pants, which, well, we'll get to that. But either way though, should he have said, no, not calm down, answer it? Because he's basically telling her to shh and answer the question. Don't ignore your friends, answer the question. What would be your thoughts if you're him? Now, I guess this would be difficult to answer because if you're not in the situation, then it's easy to say what you would do compared to what you would do, right? But I would like to imagine that whatever you think you would do in this situation, you would do it. And the situation that I'm talking about is the fact that you're out with your friends, they're not asking you about your intimacy life, and then you don't want to answer it, but whoever you're with, steps in and says, no, answer it right here, right now, in front of everybody so we can find out, so we can have that conversation in public. And also at the same time, I find it very, very hard to believe that this was, I just find it so strange because usually women have these conversations, or even men have this conversation privately. They don't have it with the person's friends. And the person's friends usually doesn't even ask the question. I do find that very, very concerning. But anyway, I don't know what made him think about talking about 15 years. For 15 years, I've only dated Brazilian girls. And in that conversation, he says he's basically smashed them all on the first day of meeting them. And therefore, because he wasn't able to do it with Ingrid, I guess this is what makes things a bit more difficult for him. Honestly, none of it is making sense for me personally. But hey, he's out here saying, but this is totally different from me. So it's totally different for him to be with a woman that respects herself? Or, no, sorry, let me not say that, because just because you sleep with someone the first time you meet them, it doesn't always necessarily mean you don't respect themselves, because sometimes a connection can be a connection. And who are we to deny ourselves of our connection? So let me rechange that statement. So because she has different values or different morals or different treatment to other people, okay, or maybe she's at a stage of her life where she just wants to play things a bit more cautiously, because maybe she's been in the position in the past where she has slept with someone instantly and then it hasn't worked out. Either way though, just because she's playing differently, it doesn't mean it's about you. The way he goes, this is totally different for me. It's always about him. And you're gonna understand why I'm saying it's always about him the more we continue.
Totalmente diferente. Pra mim, ela é linda, gostosa, gatona. Não quero estragar nada.
O Brian contou que dormia com a mulher na primeira noite. Isso foi uma informação muito nova pra mim.
Most people would run when they saw that, when they heard that. Most people were thinking, what the hell is going on here? In fact, I'm pretty sure some people would be there thinking, so you was basically hoping that I'd be another one of your victims. You was basically hoping that I'd be another one of those women that would just give you what you want just because I'm Brazilian? Listen, Lord knows what some people may be thinking, but they'll be thinking some of those things that I just said and more. Some may be thinking something even worse. Someone may be thinking, oh, so that's why you've been single for 15 years and you still haven't had a partner. Well, he hasn't, has he? Because he's had multiple marriages and engagements and XYZ.
Tem que dar valor na nossa amiga.
Minha atenção.
Ele quer algo sério comigo.
Acredito que até o momento vocês não...
Again, why are you still talking about it? This friend right here, suspect.
Ingrid's friends are encouraging us to be together, and it seems like she's definitely more open to it. So I'm hoping that tonight will be finally the night that we get to the intimate.
This whole trip for him has all been about, I wonder when we're going to get intimate. I wonder when we're going to get intimate, because our friends have brought it up. Hopefully this is going to be my lucky break. Hopefully tonight is the night I get to do my tang. Give me grip.
Level of our relationship. I'm excited by that, but at the same time, there's a lot of pressure. Eu sei que já tá atrasado do dia, tá muito tarde, tá tudo, mas eu tenho uns presentes pra você.
Oh my God!
You see this whole gift thing? When did he buy this gift? When did he buy this gift? And I say that because you see, he would have bought this gift before that dinner date, which means he's been trying to plan on convincing her in some way, some format. And I generally do strongly believe that this is not his first time doing this. You know, I reckon that each time he's had a little hurdle, a little challenge when it comes to, you know, being able to have intimacy with a woman, he's probably played this trick in the past. It's just the same way I believe he did the same thing he did last week. Remember, there was that week, was it last week or the week before, where she told him, I want privacy. She told him, I want time to myself. You're not going to meet my son just yet. And what does he do? He turns up to her apartment anyway on the same day, or her house on the same day she told him, go away, I need space, without saying go away, of course. But hey, he turns up with roses and toys for her kid, just to manipulate and weasel his way into her home on the same day that she said no, just so he could force himself to meet her child, so therefore he could look like a man that is serious about taking her on and taking on her child. Pure manipulative tactic. And then in this situation, what are we seeing? We're now seeing him out of nowhere. Oh, hey babe, look, boom. I got you this. And to make it worse, I don't know if I put this clip in. I don't think I did. To make it worse, when she was getting dressed, when she was in the bathroom, she was like, oh, you can see my whole, you know what I'm saying? My whole booty out here. It's really exposing everything. That's because the man was making sure it exposed everything. It exposed so much they had to flipping blur her backside. Now, to be fair, saying that though, they probably blurred it because she probably asked for it to be blurred. I don't know if TLC would do that on their own good conscience, to be honest with you. We've seen the skin that they expose on My 600 Pound Life. Let's not forget that. We even saw what they did with Vanessa on 1,000 Pounds Best Friends. So maybe she asked that out of respect, but either way though, we continue.
Agora eu tô sentindo assim que realmente a gente pode tentar. Um pouco apreensiva sobre o que iria acontecer no momento, né? Porque nunca transei com um cadeirante.
Together in the bed, kissing Ingrid's body, rubbing lotion.
You see the way this guy, whenever he talks about her, he only ever talks about her in a sexual way, to be honest with you. Minimum information about, you know, oh, I'm really enjoying getting to know Ingrid, you know, obviously when we're together, I just love the way she smiles, and, you know, obviously when we're talking, I love the energy that we got going on. When she speaks, I can't help but listen to what she's got to say. She's always saying something that makes me feel, you know, and whenever we have a conversation, I always feel like it's mature, it's balanced. I really like the energy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't ever hear him talk about anything about her in that way. Everything he's always talking about is two things. See, if he's talking about himself, so this is what happened to me 30 plus years ago. And then if he ain't talking about that, he's then talking about, oh, I wonder why she's doing this to me. What? And then when he's not talking about that, he's too busy talking about, oh, hopefully she's gonna sleep with me now. She ain't talking about that. It's, oh, I'm really upset that she didn't want to learn about how to, you know, put on my cat. What the hell? He's always talking about himself and only talks about her only when it comes to, oh, I'm going to go and get her flowers just so she can welcome me in and buy and get her kid this so she can introduce me to her kid. This guy, oh my goodness gracious me. But anyway, in this situation, as you can see, he's bought her the flipping, you know, the outfit, the bra knickers, you know what I'm saying? But also on top of that, now he's giving her the massage. Man bought out the massage lotion, and now he's talking about how he's enjoying caressing her body with the lotion and all that kind of stuff. The amount of time this guy's probably done this trick over the years must be insane. Oh my goodness gracious me. If I was here, I wouldn't want his hands all over me, because you have no idea how many women he has put his hands all over. In this format for this purpose, not format, for this purpose, the purpose of just wanting to get intimate with you. But you know what though, I believe I have a reason why he's so hell-bent on always wanting intimacy with women, but we're going to get to that.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. Door was closed after.
My apologies, I was too busy rolling my eyes there. Shortly after production left Brian to give Brian and Ingrid privacy, the couple got into an argument.
Door was closed after you guys left, and I went in to give her attention, kiss her, touch her, and she's like, whoa. After the cameras left, Ingrid made it clear that she was ready to have sex. but I didn't have a condom for oral sex. But once I went to go kiss her stomach, she basically hand in the face, like, nope. But for her to shut everything down and end the way it did, it hurt.
Ooh wee! Oh my God, he's upset again. Oh, what's he complaining about now? That she shut him down. Oh, wee. It happens. It happens. The mood was there. The mood went because he had no condom. The mood went. But listen, I get it. He tried to resurrect the mood by trying to move forward to oral only. And let's be real, some people like oral, but they also want to make sure they get the show. Listen, there's some people in this world who can't just have just oral. If you give them the oral, they got to have the whole shebang too. You know what I mean? And there's some people who can have oral and they'll be good. I don't know if that's the situation, but either way though, the girl said no. So therefore, you don't make the conversation about you. You respect what she's got to say and you keep it pushing.
It hurt me. I thought I was going somewhere with her hand in the face, like, nope. But for her to shut everything down and end the way it did, it hurt me.
Just had to replay that video there because I don't think you heard it first time, but yeah, it hurt him because she shut him down. It hurt him, and this is what I'm gonna say. This is why I think the way he is the way he is. I genuinely believe that he believes a part of him believes that unless a woman wants to be physical with him, the woman will never like him because of his disability. It's like that's what gives him his feeling worthy. You know, he only feels like he's worth something or worth someone only if that person's gonna give him some sort of physical connection. That could be a possibility. Does it make it right? No, because it therefore clouds his whole judgment, because that means his judgment, everything is always about how he's always been attacked, when the reality is he's not being attacked, he's not being neglected, he's not being disliked. These women aren't necessarily not into you because you're in a wheelchair. It just means that sometimes the mood just isn't there anymore, or just wasn't there in the first place. Rejection is a part of life, and sometimes in life, and this isn't even rejection, this is her just saying, just stop. Not now. The mood was there, but I don't want it no more. If you want to have a conversation about it, you can, but you have it in a respectful way, not in a way that's talking about how you're hurt. At least, unless you know why she did it, you can't be hurt. You got to find out why she decided to say no. If she's got a reason, talk about it. If she hasn't, respect it. But sometimes people have reasons because the mood just goes and that's just that. Or they just don't talk about it right then and there. Either way, respect it. It is what it is.
It hurt me. I thought I was going somewhere with everything. I was feeling good with meeting the kid and meeting the friends and checking all the boxes and doing everything. Feeling so confused. I thought it was...
Just got to emphasize the fact that he also mentions checking the boxes. I feel like this man runs this game where he makes sure he can check every single box possible a woman wants just so he can get what he wants.
Checking all the boxes and doing everything. Feeling so confused. I thought it was a great compromise. A massage and oral sex. There has to be something else going on. Always conscious about how women see me, whether I'm attractive or not, or whether they feel that something can happen with a person like me. I didn't think I'd have to worry about that with Ingrid, but...
I didn't think I had to worry about that, Ingrid. I'm pretty sure you said that about every single woman you've been with. I didn't think I had to worry about that with you. I didn't think I had to... To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised that if over the years, some of the women that he has slept with in Brazil, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them have been due to... You know, I don't know if all these women that are women that generally actually wanted to try and be with him and then they slept because of that, or if some of them, you know, and listen, there's enough wrong with it. Sometimes if you want to pay the dollar to get what you want, to get your needs met, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I listen, whatever works for you, works for you. I have no judgment. But the grand scheme of it is the way this guy is moving.
Clearly, I was wrong.
The way he said I was wrong just because... So, because she says no to intimacy, you was wrong. Come on. Pure narcissist. But listen to this here, right? So this is what she's got to say here. Honestly, I give up. It's too much pressure on my psychologically. I don't need this. And to be fair, she is a single mother. Of course she doesn't need this. And it's interesting because I do wonder, does she say this because she feels like this guy has been running game on her for a while? Does she mean that mentally he has been drained of that? Each time she says no, each time he doesn't get his own way, he's always saying, oh, so does that mean you don't care about me? Or does that mean this and that? Because remember, each time she rejects him or does anything that he doesn't like, he always makes sure that the picture is painted as if he has been attacked. And I can't imagine, actually no, I can imagine how draining that can be. I've never been with a narcissist, but I've definitely been with somebody that's, you know, no matter what you say, they always find a way to kind of, you know, flip it so it's about them, or or if you say something about yourself, they kind of then make it. They then get upset with. They then get upset for what you wait. So then when you're upset, they get upset with why you're upset, and they get more upset about you being upset with why you're upset. And then, you know what I mean? Like, so I've got a gift of it. Never been of a narcissist though. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily the same thing. But either way though, I know how draining it can be to be with someone that is mentally exhausted to be around, and. She got she's got a child to worry about. She can't be worrying about this man each time he doesn't get his own way having a whole freaking meltdown. I'm so happy they're not together anymore. Oh my goodness gracious me. If you haven't seen the videos, check them out. But either way though, and do you know what the crazy thing is? In this video, he also says, oh, there must be something else. She must not want to be into him because there must be something else. I mean, listen, bro. And he thinks that he's something else is probably because he's in a wheelchair. You know what? This is the question. And so what if it is? So what if it is? What if she doesn't want to get it because you are in a wheelchair? So what? It's the way of life. In life, whether you're in a wheelchair or not, people get rejected. I could walk in her life, you know, and I could go in there and try and pull the same moves that you're making. I could go in there and be exactly who you are. And she could easily still give me the same treatment. Easily still give me the same treatment. And I mean, maybe I could sit and blah, blah, blah. Is it because of this? Is it because of that? Nah, I ain't got time for that. It is what it is. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So he needs to stop using this whole thing about him being in a wheelchair as the reason of why she may not be into him. Because, bro, like, it may be your life may depend on you needing a wheelchair for other people's choices, but not everybody's choice, but not everybody around is going to make their choices based on you being in a wheelchair. Sometimes people just don't. Sometimes people are just not in the mood, or they're just not interested, or the most important one, maybe who you are as a person is the reason why she can't be intimate with you. Think about it, right? A lot of people struggle to be with someone physically. A lot of people have struggled to be with someone physically when that person is always mentally draining them. You are always mentally draining this woman. So why the hell would she want to be physical with you? If she was going to be physical with you, she'd have to be at a place where she feels like you're actually treating her well. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Some people can manipulate someone with mental drainage into intimacy. That can happen, but that's a different type of situation. This is not one of those. Either way though, let me know your thoughts. We can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.